Hello to my Cancers. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Cancers, this video is for the 20th through the 27th of August. Hopefully everybody is having a great day on today. Sending you all lots of love and light. Lots of love and light wherever you are. Get near some water, drink your water, mind your business, all those wonderful things as we close out a cycle. That's right, we're gearing up for this new moon in Virgo coming up very soon. So let's see, we have 4 planets that are currently retrograde. Yeah, we have 4 planets: Chiron, Pluto, Neptune, and what else is retrograde? I think I got everything. Saturn, yeah, is the other one. So don't forget to recall your energy. Don't forget to recall your energy. I did post that today, if you're watching this on the 19th, is the last day for the tarot classes, learning how to read cards. Today is the last day. It's not it's not a free reading, but you're learning how to close out cycles in love. Learning how to close out cycles in love. That's right. That should be the only way you close out cycles in love. If you connected to people who close out cycles in hate, you need to detach. You need to detach. It will contaminate your water. I'm telling y'all, Cancers, it will contaminate your water. If you are around people who are hateful spirits, I'm telling y'all, water is too precious. Look at it this way. Look at it as like, okay, your water is just too precious. You know, you all are, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, but you all are the mother of the zodiac sign, like mother. And so people need that nurturing. And so imagine being contaminated, your water being contaminated as a Cancer. High vibrating Cancers are compassionate, intuitive, and protective. But low vibrating Cancers are moody, overly sensitive, and clingy. Like, could you imagine even being around another Cancer who is clingy, overly sensitive, and moody? Nah. That can contaminate your water. It can contaminate your water. What's the current situation, source? Yeah, somebody is around somebody who just likes to be the center of attention. It's a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Virgo could be a part of it. Virgo could be a part of it because Virgo rules 6th house. Leo could be a part of that. So if there's sun or moon, could either be a Virgo or Leo Virgo. But somebody likes to be the center of attention. They like to be on stage, the camera, light, action. See these energies right here? Like cheering somebody on. Somebody likes all of that, no matter whether it's good attention or bad attention. All attention for them is good attention. So source is saying to you, you need to learn how to close out cycles with these type of energies because they see everything and everybody as the opposition. Obviously, that is not all Virgos and that is not all Leos. I speak very highly of all zodiac signs. But what somebody is dealing with is a level of arrogance, stubbornness, and domineering spirit, who is an energy who is overly critical, a perfectionist, and a person who is a worrywart. So that's not gonna work for you. Yeah, somebody looking at they won something. Yeah, they feel like somebody walked away. They feel like somebody walked away from something, right? And in hindsight, you wish you had walked away. Looking at you, you wish you had walked away from somebody. You're just like, oh God. Yeah, somebody feel like they won some kind of a competition that you didn't even realize you were in. Whoever you are, because you're really a sweetheart. You are looking back like, wow. Either you wish you had not walked away, you have eyes in the back of your head, or you wish you had walked away, right? You wish you weren't confused. You wish you weren't confused about something, whether you should walk away or not walk away. So what about the distant past? Yeah, during a Saturn return. So you could have had a major life change that people really feel like you walked away from a major life change, and somebody feels like they won something. Like I said, somebody who hated you feel like they won something, like they won a prize. And in hindsight, when you look back during a major, like a major situation going on here, they crossed a line. They overstepped a boundary with this hatred. So this is a fire sign and a water sign. They overstepped a boundary. This could have been somebody's mother that, you know, you wish you had eyes in the back of your head because you're thinking, okay, you're a very nurturing zodiac sign. If you're a person that's a very very nurturing zodiac sign, whether a man or woman, most people would be like, okay, that's somebody's mom, what reason would they have to lie? Somebody's mom. But in hindsight, because of what somebody did during a Saturn return, you're wishing now, God, I wish I had, it's like hindsight is 2020. I wish I had known now what I know then. But somebody was in somebody's sixth house, meaning somebody made sure, somebody knew somebody's daily schedule, somebody knew every little detail was going on in somebody's life, and made sure to keep other people in the loop. Keep some water signs in the loop. And talking to somebody through a Saturn return, overstepping a boundary left and right. And everybody's just sitting there like a zombie, because couldn't believe, because 8 is the death number. And that's why people were just drained dry, sucked dry. That is why it's important of who you're in connection with. That is why it's who who you're in connection with. So you're closing out a cycle in love. Yeah. Yeah, because son, you were dealing with two dark magicians. Two dark magicians who crossed over a line, severely crossed. Somebody's mother crossed over a line. Severely crossed over a line. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all, I don't care if it's somebody's mother or father who are talking about their own kids. I don't listen to that mess, because too many people have been in too many abusive home life situations. And if their mother or father are talking negatively about a grown adult child, I'm like, nah, let's get them over the phone. Let's talk to them, because I ain't doing nothing. I don't want to be looking back in no hindsight. Like, how a parent gonna know more about their own kids, adult kids, and no. Somebody didn't keep somebody in the loop on purpose. That's why somebody's now learning something. This is closing out a cycle in love, learning how to close out cycles in love. Somebody's now learning something in hindsight. So that's the recent past. What are your strengths? What is Cancer's strengths? What are Cancer's strengths? Yeah, you have total clarity now. That's your strength right here. You're dealing now with somebody who is on top of it. Somebody has 100% clarity in a situation. You dealing with somebody who is now on top of it. There's no and, ifs, or buts. And this energy right here is not working from an emotional space. This energy right here ain't showing no emotion. They straight up logic. Clear-headed. Who knows how to deal with dark magician energies. Because whoever was in this audience sitting there listening to these lies, thinking, okay, it's somebody's mother talking about, I'm telling y'all, when I hear, personally me, and I'm channeling these messages, when I hear somebody's mother, because this is 6 energy, this is nurturing energy, talk negatively about their own kids, that's when my ears turn off. Right there, it turns off. Because I need to hear the kids side of the story, adult kids side of the story. I need to hear what they got to say. And I'm going straight in. Let's get everybody on the phone. I'm not trying to hear that. That don't even sound like a mother. You would think, when you think of mother, you think of nurturing, like a child in a belly, like somebody who's going to protect what's in their belly, right? You think of that, a parent that would do that, a parent that leaves their child out there, because you just want putting a fire up under somebody, like basically, like, why would you do that to your own? So somebody has 100% clarity. Somebody has 100% clarity now. Somebody way stepped over a boundary. These two dark magician energies overstepped a boundary like no other. All because they want to showboat, grandstand, and be the center of attention. So if these are your parents that did this, they met the right one. They came up against the right one. Because this one is not going to show somebody no mercy. So this is your strength right here. Total clarity. because they made somebody feel worthless. All they wanted to do was be a part of a family, and these cold-hearted, grandstanding, big backs, because that's what they are. They was running around like they got the world on their shoulders and want to be on the center of stage and all of this going on, not showing one maternal bone in their body, made somebody feel worthless. That's what this is. Made somebody feel worthless. All so they can be a part of something. They use somebody to be a key to be a part of something. All this grandstanding. So no, you're closing out a cycle in love, but trust this one right here, using straight logic. They have no emotional attachment to it. None, because of what was done. These two energies right here only wanted to see somebody out in the cold. That's it. They wanted to see somebody put out of their house in the cold. Could care less as long as they had the key to get in somewhere. And there's somebody, these are mothers. Like, what mothers are these? Straight up wanted to see people in a wilderness situation. That's why I said big bags. I'm not saying like, you know, their physical appearance big bags. I'm saying like animals, like out in a wilderness. That's the kind of spirit we're talking about. Big bag spirits, like you're in a wilderness. So we're crystal clear. Those kind of spirits of those type of energies who want to see, like, they're always in survival mode. They want to see somebody and their kids in survival mode. This one right here ain't gonna have no mercy. Whoever, I don't know who this energy is, but this energy is all straight up logic. Like, they don't make no sense. How in the world somebody call themselves mothers and do this? Yep. And then had the audacity to hold on to somebody and then plant something. They planted something. All of this for financial gain, financial independence. Made this energy sick to their stomach, throwing up somebody's head between their knees. All for a key to somebody's house. Sick. Sick, sick, sick. So whoever they did this to during whoever these energies did, these two energies did this to, it's supposed to be mothers, supposed to be nurturing spirits, did this to, not only did they cross over a boundary, they used somebody's key to get into someone's house, planted something. That's what this is, right? And so this energy knows all of the information. They got full working knowledge of it. This energy is like, they not in it, but they know they have full working knowledge. Meaning that, guess what? Cameras. They got full working knowledge. So I can tell you some people are in trouble. So the influence on you is someone who is very conservative with their time. That's the influence on you. Somebody influenced you to learn how to put cameras around your house so you can start capturing things. That's the influence. So when people start saying, oh, this person was in my house and their kids was in my house, somebody influenced you to start putting some cameras everywhere. What about external and environmental influences? Because whoever you are, you're financially independent, and these people right here getting access to your home will come in and clean you out financially by planting stuff in your house. And so whoever influenced you to start putting cameras in your house, good deal. Physically go to the store and get you some cameras. Because somebody who has made the connection was like, okay, I know exactly who's behind this mess. And you don't know who started talking to whom, and now everybody made a connection. This one right here say, I know fully what's going on. I know totally what's going on. And Lord, don't let this one be the owner of this. Oh my God. Child. Like, if this is a condo, or this is an apartment building, or this is a person who owns like a community, like a cul-de-sac, y'all know what I'm saying, like a housing community or whatever, and there's like builders or whatever, and they got full access to people like the neighbors and stuff. Okay, you got cameras on your house. We need to collect this information. This one right here, King of Swords is no joke. What about hopes and fears? You see how this card flipped out, right? Somebody is hoping that somebody's hoping that you don't remember something. Somebody's hoping that you don't remember. Somebody's hoping that you don't remember something. Oh, but you remember. Somebody is hoping that you don't remember what's in this bag. Somebody's like hoping that you're not going to remember dates, that you're not going to remember stuff. But the thing that you have is that you do have a memory. You do have a memory. So somebody's going to try to question your memory. Somebody's going to try to question your memory. Let's see if you can make any kind of a connection to something. And this is the outcome. You're going to look back and see how many people were trying to restrict you, trying to tell you you don't remember stuff, like you don't know who you are. That is going to be the key right there. That's going to be the key right there. So you documented something when somebody tried to make you believe you didn't know who you are. That's going to be the date. That's going to be the date. People trying to play all kinds of games. Yeah, that's going to be the date. These people are trying to make you seem like you was crazy, but you're not crazy. That's going to be around that date right there when something was planted. Because this one right here is already spent. They've already done everything they could possibly do to make this energy feel as low as they could possibly feel. This is horrible. This is somebody's child they did this to. Everything in moderation. Yeah, somebody has a very prideful spirit. Time for you to schedule a vacation. Don't forget that rest is a form of self-care. You made a positive impact on them. Follow your heart. Your peace is paramount. But see, you ain't forget nothing. They can't turn you upside down. That's why this Ace of Swords, that's why you put the sword in the ground. It's right here. You just like, nah, you ain't forget nothing. That's why you looking back, you know exactly who you are. You ain't forget a thing. You made a positive impact on them. That is how you can close out cycles in love. You haven't forgotten a thing. Solar plexus chakra cleanse. That's why I say go out and get some sun. Their plan to disrupt your money backfire. Somebody has a Leviathan spirit. They like to keep things like as the envious spirit, so they like to keep things as a token. Like I got this on I got in the physical realm, I got something on somebody in the physical realm. That's why whoever this energy is, y'all could never be friends. Y'all could never be romantic. Y'all could never, that's a never. Y'all can never be anything. So you can toss something into a burning bowl and move on. So you don't at this point you don't even know who did something that horrible to them for them to be that way. But as far as you're concerned, it wasn't you. So therefore you don't even have to break your brain trying to figure it out. It wasn't you. You ain't do nothing to deserve that type of behavior. You or somebody else that they did this horrible stuff to, y'all didn't do nothing to them for you to be treated that way. So there's no conversation. Sword in the sand. Any conversation from them is them trying to justify why they did what they did. You're gifted and talented. Person trying to justify, because people know you're a sweetheart, but people really thought you was stupid. They played themselves. Whoever this is, they played themselves. You are far from dumb. You operate in the spirit of love. They operate in the spirit of hate. That's why they hold on to everything they got. Here we have divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation. Only love itself. That's it. That's the frequency that you on. You operate in the spirit of love. You don't have to, I keep trying to tell people, you don't have to operate in hatred. You don't have to do that. So protect your water. Protect your water. You're not trying to be perfect. None of that. There's no such thing as a perfect human being. So, but you're healing from the pain that they cause. They cause you and somebody else a lot of pain. No, that you need to keep that cold energy outside of your vault door. 22. I am alive. Somebody would have seen you sit right in jail or seen you sit somewhere on a hospital bed with a needle going in your arm, and they wouldn't have batted an eyelash. So you are in possession of incredible creative powers, and it is assured that you can achieve anything you wish. There it is. So they got some deep-seated hatred for somebody, and that's an energy you don't want near you. When you know you haven't done stuff to people, and they got a deep-seated hatred for people, y'all need to get as far, especially you a water sign. Oh nah. If you ain't learned, you're gonna learn on this channel. You need to protect your water. I'm telling y'all, people got a deep-seated hatred for people. No. I'm telling y'all, learn how to recall your energy. Learn how to recall your energy when you close out cycles. Please, you're going to do yourself a favor not carrying around that hatred and anger and frustration for people. Learn how to close out cycles in love. Take the good memories with you and move on. Move on. So if they got something horrible to say about you, that's on them. They care. Let them carry that around. But you like, no, I got good memories I'm taking around. I remember this good stuff about them, whatever. They're like, oh, I didn't know they felt that way about. They didn't already said all this horrible stuff about you. You taking good memories with you. You giving people their flowers while they still alive. Somebody felt like, oh, they came in seeing you like a teenage competition. What the heck is that? All this grandstanding and showboating. And y'all was so how it would have ended. Nope, nope, and nope. So yeah, continue closing out cycles in love, but these are not the kind of friends or family members you want in your space ever. Period. Not as a Cancer. Nope, nope, nope. Wherever Cancer sits in your birth chart, because you all rule 4th house. 4th house is about family and ancestry. I'm telling y'all, some of y'all friends, family members, and people in your ancestry line are going to be wanting to come back around because now they seeing you won something. You're on top of, the spotlight is on you. You're in good spirits, and you taking good memories with you. You're in good spirits. You're around people who want to see you win in life. You are affected by people who other people who close out cycles in love. People who are teaching you, and you're aligning yourself with people who are gifted and talented in that area who help you to close out cycles in love. These are the people you want to connect with. So you're tossing all confusion into a burning bowl. Y'all start hearing people, I can't stand that group of people. I don't like this. Get up and walk away. You're making positive impacts on people. Continue doing that, Cancers. That's what I have for you. All right? Bye.